Hello everyone, I hope you all are fit and fine. So in today's video, we will study plant tissues and animal tissues in detail. We have already studied the types of tissue and types of plant tissue and animal tissue. Now we will study them in detail one by one. So let us first study plant tissue. Plant tissue, it is divided into two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. In the meristematic tissue, the cells are continuously dividing and there is very less intercellular space. Intercellular space is the space between the two cells in the tissue, that is known as intercellular space. In meristematic tissue, the cells, they are having no intercellular space and there is absence of vacuoles, and these are very active cells. Why these are active cells? Since they are involved in the cell division, so that is why these cells are actively dividing, and therefore the nucleus is very prominent. Prominent nucleus means whenever we will observe this tissue under microscope, we will clearly saw this nucleus, right? These are some of the features of the meristematic tissue, and it is present at the growing regions of plant, that is at the root and shoot. It is further divided into three types, that is apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. So just say this is a plant, right? So at the apex of the root, at the apex of this root and at the apex of shoot, which tissue is present? That is apical meristem. Apical meristem is present at the apex of root and shoot. Then lateral meristem. Lateral meristem tissue, it is responsible for the increase in diameter of the plant. Then intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem, it is present at the base of leaves and internodes. So what do we mean by internode? We know, let us assume this is a stem. From here a leaf is arising. This is the point from here where a leaf is arising. That is known as node, and similarly the distance between two nodes is known as internode, right? So which tissue is present at the node and internode? That is intercalary meristem. Then permanent tissue. In this, the cells, they have lost the ability to divide. However, in meristematic tissue, the cells are continuously dividing. But in permanent tissue, the cells, they have lost the ability to divide and now they have their own role. There is a process, that is differentiation. Differentiation means the cells now, they have taken a permanent shape. They have now their own size, permanent size and their permanent role. So that is why these are known as permanent tissues. And there is large central vacuole. In the meristematic tissue, we have studied there is absence of vacuole. However, in this permanent tissue, there is presence of large central vacuole and the cell wall is thick or thin. And the role of this tissue is to protect and support and store something inside the plant. It also plays role in photosynthesis. So this permanent tissue, it is further divided into two types, simple and complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue is the one in which there is only one type of cells. However, in complex permanent tissue, it is made up of more than one type of cells, right? So let us study this simple permanent tissue first. It is divided into two types further, protective permanent tissue and supporting permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue is further divided into protective permanent tissue and supporting permanent tissue. Now, first one is protective permanent tissue. This is further divided into two types, epidermis and phloem. What is epidermis? Epidermis is actually the outer layer of all the parts of the plant. Epidermis is the outer layer of all parts of the plant. Thereby, it is protecting the underlying tissues. And phloem, it is nothing. When the epidermal cells, they become dead, right? Then the epidermis is known as phloem. What is phloem? It is the epidermal cells which are dead now. That is known as phloem. So it is found in the old woody dicot stems. Second type of simple permanent tissue is the supporting permanent tissue. Right? It is further divided into three types. We have already studied these types in the previous video, right? Supporting permanent tissue is first type is parenchyma. Where it is found? It is found in the fruits, flowers, leaves, roots, stem, right? Now what is its cell? How its cell is looking? How we can observe this cell? It is like it is having a thin cell wall. The cell wall is very thin and there is intercellular spaces are present. So this is and tissue and there is intercellular spaces are present, right? This is the intercellular spaces. Then the cells may be round or they may be elongated in shape. And its role is to store food storage. It is a food storage tissue, means it stores food. And this tissue is further divided into two types. That is, parenchyma is further divided into two types, chlorenchyma and arenchyma. It is divided into two types, chlorenchyma and arenchyma. When parenchyma, it is storing chlorophyll, then this same parenchyma will be termed as chlorenchyma, right? But when in arenchyma, the cells are very, very loosely spaced. This is a parenchyma tissue. There are intercellular spaces, but the intercellular spaces is very much, right? Very large intercellular spaces is there. Then this parenchyma tissue will be termed as arenchyma. Now what is its role? It provides buoyancy to parts and help them to float. So you have observed some of the flowers, some of the plants, they are floating on the surface of the water. It is due to which tissue? That is due to arenchyma tissue, right? Why arenchyma? Because the cells are very, very far away. So it provides buoyancy to the plant parts. Then the second type is chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma, it is present in the leaf stalk and in the diploid stem. And here the cells are elongated or it may be irregularly thickened at corners and there is very less intercellular spaces. See, observe here. There are cells in the tissues and the intercellular spaces. This is the intercellular space. It is very, very less. In the chlorenchyma, the intercellular space is very, very less, right? And they may be irregularly thickened at the corners. At the corners, they are thick. So, this is about chlorenchyma. And its role is mechanical tissue. It is a mechanical tissue, means it provides mechanical strength to the plant and it helps in providing flexibility to the plant. You have observed that there are some plants that bends, right? Such as tendrils are there and climbers are there. The plants are bending. That is due to which tissue? Chlorenchyma tissue. Then is the sclerenchyma. What is sclerenchyma? In this, it is present in stems around vascular bundles, in veins of leaves and hard coverings of seeds and nuts. You have observed walnuts. In the covering of walnut, which tissue is there? That is sclerenchyma, right? And in the veins of leaves. See, this is the leaf and it is further divided. You have observed some branches here. That is known as veins. In the veins, which tissue is present? That is sclerenchyma. And in the stems around vascular bundles. What are vascular bundles? Xylem and phloem. Here the cells are long and narrow or they are thickened by lignin. Means their cell wall is made up of lignin. Lignin is deposited in the cell wall of sclerenchyma. This is the cell wall and here lignin is deposited. And intercellular spaces are absent. These cells are very, very closely spaced so that there is no intercellular space in between them. And these are the dead cells, right?